Alright, ladies and gents, so I think we know what's going on here. It means Mew couldn't have been killed by poison is what I'm trying to say. I think it's because of the bloodshot eyes deal, okay?
What if you're mistaken about the antidote, Shoichi?
Right. Well, for now, forget the antidote.
Okay.
Let's focus on exactly what was written on that warning label.
Right. Here we go.
Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Okay.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
At least, that's what we think. I never really saw her eyes, but they're saying they weren't. Okay. They would know better than me. They were there. So there you go.
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion.
Ah.
The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
A way to cover their tracks of what they did in the virtual world. Haha. What the hell? Wait a minute. Why does Angie's picture have these weird... Are those supposed to be like angel wings and a halo on her? Because normally when they die, they get an X over their portrait. For some reason, Angie has a halo and wings drawn on her. Weird. Okay, anyway.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
That's what we need to figure out here. Come on now. Come on, Emiko. Mew's root cause of death, there's only one thing I can think of. The events at the chapel. I guess that. Nope. I thought that's what it was, the events at the chapel, but they're saying no. The loud noise. Perhaps loud noise. The toilet paper, of course. The hammer? Nope. That's from the virtual world. You probably need a lot of time explaining that Kaido because of his thick skull.
Oh no!
That wasn't it either. Maybe it is the noise, right? No. I'm getting angry. What is it? What do they want me to do here? I don't know.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! Don't fucking know. None of these are correct.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh! I don't know. I really don't know.
I was wrong!
Oh my god. I don't know. Wait. If an avatar takes fatal damage, the body will also die from shock.
This is it!
It says that in the Killing Game Simulator description,
Mew's
so
cause of death
that's
was
the
the Killing Game
explanation.
Simulator itself.
Oh my god, alright. That was really roundabout the way that we got to that one. Okay.
In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file.
Okay, yeesh. Comfortably Numb says, oh, that was it. The toilet paper is indestructible. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe someone smashed her in the face with toilet paper and she died. Who knows?
Miu received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Okay.
Gonta has question.
Hopefully it's a good one.
Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
Wow.
If Mew was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
That's exactly right.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Okay. That's correct, Geek Generalist. They said objects in the virtual world cannot break. That's why the avatars, even though you could be killed by the result of something that happens to your avatar remains intact. Mew's avatar was perfectly intact in the virtual world. It just stopped moving. You see? There you go.
It seems like Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit?
Okay.
So we split into 2 groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
That NPC Kaito?
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
Okay. Am I going to do anything turtley tomorrow? I don't know if I'll do anything turtley tomorrow, Turtle Dude. It's going to be very hot here in Washington. So I'll be trying to stay in the shade. Maybe Turtle would like to stay in the shade. I know some turtles actually like to go in the sun and stay warm that way. I'm going to stay in the shade, and we got grocery shopping. We definitely have to go to the pet store. We have to get litter for Jasper. He's out of litter. He ran out this week. And I think actually we're going to get the ingredients to make a pot of homemade Italian sauce. That's right. We're going to do that tomorrow because we want to make sauce this week. We have not had sauce, I'm not even kidding, for almost a month. And so we haven't had pasta at all for like a month. Homemade pasta, that is, with our sauce. So I think what we're going to do is make a pot of sauce one day this week when Kat is home. And we're going to have like meatball grinders with the sauce. And then later on in the week, because this is an 8-day work week for me, one of those days we're going to have pasta with the sauce as well. So that's going to be cool. Shout out to Donald Trump Jr., who tipped me $1.30 and said, let me suck it. No, fuck you, Donald Trump Jr. You can't suck shit. Barrel Shroud tipped $1.30. He says, so would you either eat 2 watermelon-sized oranges or 20 orange-sized watermelons? I would probably say they're both good. I like oranges and watermelons. I actually think orange-sized watermelons, man, how would that work? Would the seeds be tiny? Would they be shrunken because the size of the watermelon is smaller? Or you're eating it, would the seeds be huge, in which case they have a giant pocket of just seeds and almost no watermelon to eat in there? That would be fucking annoying. A giant orange the size of a watermelon, you could just eat all the succulent juices right out of it. Oh, that could be pretty good. I'm going to go with the orange-sized watermelons. There you go. So anyway, thank you, Barrel Shroud. I don't know what's going on tonight. Thank you, Barrel Shroud, for that tip. Let's do that. I don't know why I entertain some of these questions, but thank you, Barrel Shroud, for the tip. And that will get us up to $84 of tips tonight. Again, guys, we're a mere $16 away from having a vest on tonight's stream. We're very close. Okay, here we go. You call an NPC, you ass.
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Mew.
Okay.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
I'm sure your hat popped off.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up.
Oh my god, now he's taking over for Miyu, I guess. What the fuck?
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
She's young anyway. It's ridiculous.
Let's
Stupid thing to
begin
say. She's like, what, 13 or some shit? She seems like it anyway. The fatal damage that Mew received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down. Okay. So, here we go.
In the virtual world, Miyu was fatally injured.
Right.
So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Fuck. I missed completely.
Was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
Oh.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
So we got strangulation, pushed from a great height, or drowned, and I'm thinking... I mean, it could be strangulation, in which case I have no idea who strangulated her at all, or what they used. Oh my god, come on, no. No, this can't be what I think it is. I think I figured it out. It is strangulation. What it is they strangulated her, which is why she was clutching her throat in the real world. Then they pushed her body off the rooftop to have it crash into the church as a cover-up of how she died, to try to figure out and confuse, or have everyone be confused and not be able to figure it out. What did they strangulate her with? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? With this! They strangulated her with this. TP for your bunghole. You wanna know how they did it? Because the inanimate objects in the virtual world are indestructible. They've been emphasizing that you can't destroy or break anything in the virtual world. They took the TP from the bunghole, for the bunghole. They strangled her with the TP. That's why that stupid random roll of TP was left off the side of the mansion and was on the floor. So they strangle her with TP, they throw the TP off the side of the building, they put her onto the mat, they kick her ass off the roof, her dead body goes careening off the rooftop at maximum speed, crashes face fucking first into the chapel, causing all the noise, and everyone runs outside to find the body. I don't know if I can handle this. Shout out to a few people. We've got We've got Ghost of Mew Irma, who tipped me $1.30, who was talking about sucking it. No. Mew also tipped $1.30, he's actually about putting stuff in her butt. No. Mr. Minecraftish one tipped me $1.30, says, can you put it in my butt? No. Julia Child tipped $1.30 and says, Julia Child here, when you talk about cooking your sauce, you get my blood boiling and I get super excited. It's very disturbing. Mr. Minecraftish one did another $1.30 tip, said, can I put it in your butt? No. And then Phil to the $1.30 said, okay, stop that now. All right. That was 6 $1 tips that came in. That's very odd. That never happens. It's very weird that we get that frequency of tips in like 5 seconds when I went to grab some TP from my bunghole. So, all right. Phil, you were the last tipper. Thank you. We add $6 now to the total. And that means that now currently we are at $90 in tips. We're that close to hitting the best goal for tonight. All right. So who would have thought that this could have been a murder weapon, but in the virtual world, it's perfectly plausible because this TP would be so indestructibly thick and plush and soft, but still thick and indestructible. You'd be choking someone out with it. All right. I think I figured it out. Why else would there be TP on the side of the mansion? It doesn't make any sense at all. Turtle Dude to me $1.30 and says, if you could only play one game for the rest of your life, what would you choose? But for me, the obvious answer is Minecraft, Infinite Possibilities, and they also added turtles. I just built a giant map-sized turtle kingdom. I don't know, because there's certain games that I feel I really enjoy, but I don't play them constantly. Like, for example, Super Mario World, every time I've ever played it, I've had a ton of fun with it. But if I played it non-stop, it was the only game I had to play, maybe I would get bored of it and hate it. You know, Street Fighter 2, in particular Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, is the fighting game I've probably played most in my life. Maybe tied with Marvel vs. Capcom 2, because I did play a shitload of that one too. And so maybe a fighting game, but it would have to be a fighting game where you play humans, maybe over the internet. Like, there's no way a fighting game playing against the AI is going to be fun, you know? So I don't know. I can't answer that. Beavis just sent me $1.30 and said, did someone take TP for my bunghole? Yes, Beavis, someone take TP for the bunghole. And then Mr. Minecraftish one also tipped $1.30 and said agreed. So actually it was Beavis was the last tip. They spelled it wrong. They spelled it B-E-V-I-S. So it's obviously someone who doesn't understand Beavis and Butthead spelled it completely wrong. So now we're up to $93 in tips. Okay. Rikishi did it for The Rock, says how Rurouni Gaming. No. Rikishi hit Stone Cold Steve Austin with the car for The Rock. Who used this TP to strangle Miyu? That's what we got to figure out now. Okay? Okay. Let's continue. Alright. We have to determine the specific cause of death. I think about the condition of Miu's body. That should yield a clue. So it's strangulation. It's absolutely strangulation.
Let's focus our efforts on that first.
Okay.
Whatever did that to Miu was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Nope.
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Nope.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I
No.
think strangulation is...
Strangulation agreement. Consent. Hooey. Okay.
Miu's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Have I heard of autoerotic asphyxiation? You mean the James Carradine? Yes, I've heard of the James Carradine before. Okay, let's continue. I'm not going to talk about that now.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Yeah, the neck.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well.
Right.
Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Miu was strangled to death.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
definitely.
James. Did I say James Carradine? It's David Carradine, right? It's David Carradine. Why did I say James? Who's James Carradine? Why does that also sound like a name? Maybe there's 2 Carradines and I got them confused. You're right, it's David Carradine. It's the actor from Kung Fu. He's the one who killed himself like that. I don't know why I said James Carradine. That sounds so familiar. Why does that sound familiar? James Cameron? Oh, maybe he's into it. I wouldn't know. All right, let's continue.
Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she's suffocated.
Okay.
But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation.
Right.
Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Miu was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Okay.
Oh. The Assassin Master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
Okay.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
That's right.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world?
Apparently it is, right?
If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
We know the tool. We just want to know who had the talent.
Wow. You know a lot about killing, nerd.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember.
You don't need a rope when you got the butt cotton? What is it called? I don't know.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Something for a rope, I have an idea what it might be. Oh, I know what it is. I found it during the investigation. The TP for the bunghole. Let's find it. Where is the TP for the bunghole? There it is!
This is it!
Ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it's it.
During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
So ridiculous. Shout out to Pimp King, who just did a $16 super chat. He said, "Will you be officially playing this game on Tuesdays as well now? I've been watching since 08. Keep with the entertaining streams. What I'm going to try to do, I am going to try... Oh, look at that cool animation for the $16 super chat. I love that. The head bob. That's one of my favorite animations we have on here. What I'm going to do is... I'm going to try to play this twice a week moving forward. Now, this next week might be challenging because I'm already kind of booked. We have a special night stream on Tuesday. It's on Monday. It's actually, that special Strangers of Paradise demo that came out last week. People were screaming at me to play it. It didn't work on launch day, and I never got around to doing it. So people kind of coerced me into doing it, and so I'm going to do it Monday night. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Then if you look at all the streams for the rest of the week, we're kind of booked. Like MLB on Tuesday, Actually, hold on. I have the schedule right here. Oh, that's right. Virtual Fighter on Tuesday, MLB on Wednesday, Call of Duty on Thursday, Street Fighter on Friday. So really, because if I was not doing that demo, I probably would have already done a second session of Danganronpa this week. But because we're doing that demo, that eats up a night stream, you see? So, no, actually, this week I may not be playing Danganronpa twice. But after this week, I may be playing Danganronpa more than once. I want to do it more than once. The other trade-off is Virtua Fighter 5, which I haven't been playing at all and have wanted to play. So, you know what I mean? Like, what do I play? So, I want to play this twice a week, but sadly it just hasn't happened yet. I'd like to do that. We'll see. Okay? Anyway, is this toilet paper? What would toilet paper be doing here?
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
OJ Simpson just tipped me $1.30 and said the person should just left a glove one size too small and not the TP. Yeah, that could have actually been a better defense if you just drop a random glove that doesn't fit your hand. Right? That could actually work towards the defense if someone picks it up and thinks it's evidence and it's not. Yeah. I don't think it was ever explained in the O.J. Simpson trial what the fuck that glove was it? It was never explained, like, because it didn't fit O.J. So whose glove was it? Why was it there at the scene of the crime? It was never explained. Anyway, okay.
Gonta, no can ignore that.
Uh-oh, what's going on? You gonna argue?
What you
About the
mean,
glove? He's gonna argue about the glove.
Huh? What's wrong?
What wrong? Shuichi goofing off. Not gentlemanly at all.
Nah. He's pissed. Look at his face. He's ripping pissed. He's gonna rip your face off, dude. Holy fuck.
There's no time for nonsense. You know can use toilet paper in place of rope. Would tear too easy. Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart.
Blade lock. Oh. Oh. Advance.
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
Okay.
You die such an awful death, so why you not take this seriously? You call yourself ultimate detective?
Fuck.
Use your head! Figure out real murder weapon!
Fuck your blade lock. Fuck you, Gota! Fuck you! Alright, got him.
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
There's no time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy!
There we go.
I'll cut through your words!
Spin and slash. The old spin and slash. It zoop, and he spun around like that. Beautiful.
The toilet paper wouldn't tear.
Whoa, hold on a second. I just received a tip, a hot tip from Local Nomad, a $6 hot tip. And it says, have a nice day off tomorrow, Phil. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome, Local Nomad. Thank you for the tip. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. And ladies and gentlemen, it is official. With Local Nomad's tip, it pushes us over the first tier of reward. And we're going to have a vest tonight. Can you believe it? That's awesome. Thank you, Local Nomad. So now, we need a poll in the stream chat. We need a poll in the stream chat of what vest I will wear tonight. So, here we go. Here's the poll. Let me do it. It's either going to be... It's either going to be beige. It's going to be camo. What just happened? Beige disappeared. So it'll either be camo. Wait, what? Oh my god. Camo, beige, gray, or TP on my head. It's going to be one of those things. Either the camo vest, the beige vest, the gray vest, or balance the TP on top of my head for the rest of the night. Mr. Minecraftish one tipped me $1.30, and he says, I need your help, Phil. Tim and Drake were acting suspicious, and they're getting fucked in the ass more than usual. Does anyone know what Mr. Minecraftish one is talking about tonight? Like, what the fuck does that mean? What is happening? I don't know what Mr. Minecraft just is talking about, but thank you for the tip, sir. So that means we've exceeded the $100 goal, and we're now going towards 200. Thank you, guys. If we hit 200, that would be stupendous tonight. It would really help me out. It looks like in an overwhelming landslide, people are voting for you to balance TP on my head. I'm going to let it run for a couple minutes, and we'll see, and then we'll see the winner. All right, let's continue. So the toilet paper wouldn't tear.
Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
That's right.
Unbreakable?
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
Nuh.
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
It basically would become like a strong cloth or fabric, right? Yeah. Okay.
Gonta not really understand, but
Yeah, I know. 1978 Samsung. It seems like Mr. Minecraft just wanted some kind of a butt phase or something. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. Anyway.
sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
Okay.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Wow, excuse me. I was out of control. Disgusting belch came out of nowhere. I was not expecting that. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Gordy Gordon asked, do I still have my Minecraft world? I mean, I never deleted it, so it should technically still exist. You know? Alright, well, a whopping 87% of people have voted, saying that they want to see toilet paper on my head tonight. So I guess we'll, there we go. Okay.
Killed by toilet paper.
Oh, shit.
It was a fitting end for her.
Yeah, considering that she was such a dirty fucking potty mouth to begin with.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it, to destroy the evidence.
I think that's what it is. They strangled her, and then they pushed her off to try to cover up what they had done. I can't see the screen chat right now because I have to balance perfectly or else this falls off my head. So I actually cannot move to look at the stream chat right now. Actually, I can a little bit. Insta-fail? It was not an insta-fail. How dare you say that? Okay. The culprit meant to get rid of the evidence. They did a poor job of it. There was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
God damn it. Okay, yeah, well, what? I don't know what the hammer was.
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
Huh.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
I don't know. We already know who brought the hammer. The person who brought the hammer... Mew.
That's it!
Okay, here you go.
Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
If this was a year ago, TP on DSP said would have pissed off a lot of hoarders. Exactly. This would have made people very upset that I'm using TP in my videos. Because TP was not available readily about a year ago. Remember that? But now it is. So now it's okay. Okay. So Mew was the one who brought the hammer. Right, we know it had to be her because she had coded out all the other dangerous items except the hammer. It had to have been her.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
I wrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons, see?
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
Am I a shithead now? No. There's no shit on my head. I have an object to clean shit up on my head, but I'm not. There's no shit on my head.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
Because she basically had something in mind for it. You know, maybe she was planning a murder. Like I said, maybe she was planning to murder Kokichi, which is why she was trying to plan the meeting between her and Kokichi on the rooftop. Mew brought the hammer for sure. What did she need it for? We need to make that clear. Alright, here we go. Oh shit, it's wobbling. I was gonna dance with it's wobbling.
Let's
Yeah,
assume
Mew and
that Mew
Kokichi's
brought the
meeting.
hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
No.
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no, Mew gonna build stuff with hammer.
A
Probably
DIY
just brought it
project.
for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone.
I missed.
To kill them with it.
Ah, that was it. I missed it.
You idiot, she was the victim!
What was you planning to do with the hammer? I was going to agree with him, and I missed. I completely missed. Oh, let's see here. Gordon Ramsay tipped me $1.30 and says, I promised my wife. What? All right, I'm not even saying that. That's absolutely revolting. It's a disgusting thing to say. Gordon Ramsay would never say that. So I'm never saying that's disgusting. Sambuca tipped me $1.30 and said, why is the tips goal still 200? I've explained this a million times, Sambuca. If you don't pay attention, then I'm not going to explain and go out of my way to derail my stream to fucking tell you specifically because you can't hear. I literally, today alone, have mentioned it about 10 times on my streams. So what you should do is actually attend my streams and listen and not derail us with bullshit. Thanks for the tip. There we go. Thanks, Sambuca. Appreciate that. Appreciate you listening up and not trying to act all offended like there's something wrong with me having a tips goal of a certain amount because you can't fucking listen because you have wax clogging your goddamn ears. Okay. Let's continue. I need to think back. No, we know what she was going to do. I fucked up.
Brought the hammer.
I fucked up.
What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer.
Okay.
Gonta no, Mew gonna...
She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with
Oh, come on!
tried to
Yo,
kill them
this
with
fucking the white word blocks what I'm trying to hit. It's fucking stupid shit. Get that shit out of here, man. I gotta go through this again.
Let's assume that Mew.
What was she trying to do with it?
Ugh.
Uses for a hammer. Don't know, you gonna build stuff with hammer. She probably just brought it for self-defense. Or she secretly met up with
Okay. No, I skipped it. Oh my god, I looked at the stream chat, I looked back, and I skipped it. Fucking shit.
Let's assume that you brought the hammer. What was she trying to do with it? Uses for a hammer. Don't know, you gonna build stuff with hammer. She probably just brought it for self-defense. Or she secretly met up with someone.
How can I say this seriously without bouncing? Oh my god, I'm not paying attention again. You gotta be kidding me.
You idiot, she was the victim!
I did it again.
Let's assume that you brought the hammer. What was she trying to do with it?
How can I say anything serious with TP balanced on my head? I don't know. I've never balanced anything on my head like this before. It's kind of interesting.
Probably just brought it for
It feels
self-defense.
weird though.
Or she secretly met up
with someone. And tried to kill them.
Wow, did you see that? I caught it as it was flying off the screen. I caught it. That was pretty epic, actually. Stop looking over here. I can't turn my head. I have to turn my seat to actually see the screen chat. If I turn my head, the toilet paper will fall off. So I have to turn my seat. I'm glad I have a rotating seat that I can do. Oh, shit. You see? Still in Shadows, welcome to the stream. So glad I could catch the last 20 minutes. I'll be doing like till like 9:20 or 25 tonight because I actually took a little break on the stream. So, excuse me. Okay.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
That's right.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world.
Ah.
I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Murder you. Kokichi's already figured it out. She was planning to kill Kokichi. Confess her love for Kokichi? No, she wanted to kill Kokichi.
She was trying to kill Kokichi.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer.
That's right.
If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
Okay. Can I whip my head and make the TV flip in the air and land back on my head? What the fuck? Do you think it's Kabuki Theater or something? No, I can't do that. Who do you think you're talking to here? Oh my god. I'm sure if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Let's do it. Local Nomad is insane, making that suggestion. Psych Taxi, oh, we're back at this shit. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. We're off. This is actually cool. We're in like a desert with canyons and stuff. Look at that. This is by far the easiest minigame. I don't even know why it's a minigame. It's like no challenge to it at all. Wireframe cars. I like that. Who tried to kill Kokichi? Miyu. You already know. People think I'm like those guys in India who can balance like insane, like 10 baskets on their head filled with like dangerous cobras and shit. No. Oh, I have no idea who tried to kill Kokichi. Mario Golf is on Friday, Barrel Shroud. That's when it comes out. I'll be playing Mario Golf Super Rush. Of course it was Kibo. We all know that. Good. Good. Oh, fuck. Now we're back to the neon shit again. Here we go. I missed. I missed. I'm sucking. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, shit. It's the first time I hit somebody. Fuck. Who was Miyu trying? Wait. Why was Miyu trying to kill Kokichi? Why? She hates him. Because he keeps insulting her. So, she wanted to kill him. Oh, where was Miyu trying to kill Kokichi? On the rooftop. We know that. Yeah, I said, someone just said it looks like Outrun 2006. I said when we first did this minigame, like 2 months ago, I said, yeah, it does look like Outrun. The virtual world, of course. It's stupid. Good. Good. Alright, guys, come on, let's rally. We can hit this tips goal. We get $200 tonight. I know we can do it. Everyone rally right now. Let's make it happen. It's probably not gonna happen, but thank you to everyone who did contribute tonight. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's do it. Do I prefer this or the Surfer minigame from V2? I don't remember anything about the minigames from V2 at all. Zero. So I can't answer that because I don't remember any Surfer. Fuck. So why was a bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat? Because someone was trying to set him up. Right? Wait a minute. Maybe he actually really was trying to kill Miyu. Maybe they were both trying to kill each other. To divert attention, I'll say. Good! Okay. Suck as a surprise that I probably hit the tips goal if I wrapped myself in the TP. I'm not going to become a fucking TP mummy here tonight. Okay? Okay.
It connects.
I get it.
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
What? Miyu was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
Wasn't she in the virtual world with them already? Yeah. Oh, shit. Whoa. Put it on my shoulder. That'll probably stay better. Pile of Poison, Killing Game Simulator. Hold on. What are the options?
poison there.
Log in, log out record. Let's do that. Log in, log out record. I think that's what it
She
is.
must have logged out.
Fuck! It's possible to log out unnoticed without any trace of evidence. This applies to Mew as well, not just us. Ugh.
When could Mew have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
And then what? Log back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then Mew couldn't have placed the poison. That's wrong!
Counter that. Counter that shit. Here we go.
It was Mew who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair.
That's right.
She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Okay. Oh my god, people are talking about the most random things. Abby and Mario Golf. Oh my god. Anyway.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Mew was the last of us to log in.
Ah. So in those 2 extra minutes, she could have planted it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense then. Here you go.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
Yep.
Right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
Barry says, new stream idea, weekly mystery stream. I pick any game from any system, and the only way to find out the game is to be there for the stream. I mean, I could, but it's a lot of work to try to figure out what's available. Here, let me put it this way. Something like that would work well if I had, say, Xbox Game Pass. And in fact, I even tossed that idea around. I said, if I get an Xbox Series X and I get Xbox Game Pass, we can have Game Pass nights where it'll be, okay, let's just sit down and randomly just select a game off Game Pass that I haven't played before and just see what the hell it is. Who cares if I hate it or it sucks or whatever? Because there's no risk, because there's no investment. You see what I mean? I already got Game Pass, so I should do something like that. So, of course, this implies that I'm going to get a Series X and Game Pass. Who knows when that's going to happen. But that was something we had already talked about, Barry, and I think that would be a good idea. Sadly, just randomly buying a game every week, that's not going to work. I'm not going to buy a new game every single week just to play it for 2 hours a night or whatever, and that's it. And what a waste of money, right? So, but I think Game Pass, it would work. I do. So long term, maybe I could do something like that. Okay. 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 All right.
This was all part of Mew's plan.
Aha.
She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
By logging him out early. Yep.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
Yeah, she did. She tried to frame him. That's fucked up, huh? That is pretty fucked up.
Yes, I'm positive of that. Mew used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
How did she log him out? The cell phone. There it is.
This is it!
Haha.
It was the cell phone found by Mew's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
That's right. And then Kaito got pissed as hell. There it is. Kaito Momoda. Bye-bye.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
Yep. Barry says, I was thinking more about going through replaying anything you played in the past. Maybe it gains enough popularity to do a full replay. I mean, I could do that too. What I'd have to do is look at my virtual library of games. Like, for example, on PlayStation Network, I probably have like hundreds. Probably on Xbox Live, I probably have a ton. The thing is, on Xbox Live, I don't know how to access that and see it. But yeah, you're right. Maybe I could look at my army of digital games. By the way, I think this has worn out its welcome. It's not balancing anymore. Maybe I could look through my army of digital games and see exactly what is available. And maybe I could re-download a digital game and do something like that. That is possible. All right, it is possible. Not doing that now. Right now, I don't have enough time to do the games I'm playing now. But maybe moving forward, as spots in my schedule start to free up, maybe we could do something like that. It's a good idea. Thank you, Barry, for that. It's a good suggestion. Good variety, right? Okay.
But Mew never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use.
Ah.
She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
Seems like it. It certainly does seem like it.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Do I? I don't know about that. Huh? Oh, wait. What were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
He's not even paying attention anymore. What happened to him?
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Oh my god, Mommy. Daddy doesn't even exist.
Huh? Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
What you mean?
Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know.
You didn't find the culprit yet? What are you talking about?
She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted.
Well, that is true.
And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Then the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet? Once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys would love it. And you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. Let's dive in. We'll do it together. What?
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend. See? That's an ideal fun situation. Now we can start a real class trial.
So do you think her plan was to kill them all? Do you think she really was going to try to kill them one by one? She wanted to start with Kokichi and he got away with it, then she would do the others too? The thing is, what would keep them going back to the virtual world after the first murder? Why? I mean, that would be pretty dumb. Someone just got murdered there, let's keep going back. That wouldn't make any sense. I don't know. It's kind of confusing.
Hey, Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Ah, that's funny.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward. Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right?
Oh my god, he's so demotivated. Still in the Shadows is when I finish Ratchet and Clank. Can I put more into this game? The thing is, remember, Mario Golf is coming out this week. So I mean, it seems like every time that I get to the end of something, something else immediately jumps up to replace it. I just finished New Pokemon Snap. Oh, people want me to do this Strangers of Paradise demo, which quite frankly, I didn't care about, but people kept asking me for it all week, so I said, finally, fine, Monday night I'll do it, you see? So this is the thing, like, there's not time for everything. I wish there was, but if people keep asking for more and more shit, then it's going to take up time for me playing the things I'm doing more. Yeah, you know, that's how it works. This week, I'm streaming 8 straight days. 8, okay? My goal this next week is to try to finish Ratchet & Clank, start Mario Golf, get as far as I can in Fallout New Vegas and Mass Effect 3 as I can, and on night streams, do something different, hopefully every night. I would love to do more than one stream of Virtua Fighter. I don't know if I'm going to get to. I would love to do more than one stream of Danganronpa. I don't know if I'm going to get to because people keep asking for extra shit. You see? Okay.
He's completely lost his drive. Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue.
Okay.
If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die. You know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as the victim.
Right.
So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Of course.
Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
Okay.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
I remember you and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
Okay.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Ah.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locks the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Edwin Eisman says, no, Miu would have just killed Kokichi, but killed everyone else at the class trials that she controlled everything and successfully framed Kaito. Gotcha. Gotcha. And then she would have survived. Okay, I understand what you're saying. That's probably what they were trying to say then. Alright, gotcha. Alright.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death.
Truth?
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game.
This will probably be the last line of questioning and stuff we do for the night. Probably stick around for like another 5 minutes just to get through this, and then we'll adjourn for the night. Thank you to everyone who did chill with me tonight and supported the stream. Looks like that's going to be it. We hit the $100, so at least that's something. Thank you guys very much for that support. Thank you for supporting me through the entire last 2 effing months since I lost my partnership with Twitch. I know it's been rough. It's been very rough for me. You guys have been here for me and helped me get through it. And then, you know, hopefully this week when I come back on Monday, I get paid by YouTube, and then we can just, it can go back to normal, where all contributions are welcome and appreciated. And I'm sure what'll happen is then we'll see a variety of stuff coming in. Maybe some people who've been holding off on being members will become members and the like, and we'll go from there. All right? All right, here we go.
Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
Okay.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Mew who chose the meeting place.
Right.
But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
Okay.
I see. Mew sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
But she's the only person who was coded as an object, and the object could go through the wall that she made. So she just walked from the chapel right to the mansion. No one else could do that. That's why she kicked this away. That's exactly why she kicked this away, so she could be the only one to get between the two. Yep. Carlton Jr. took me $1.30 and said, has Kaido grown on you yet? He's a lovable idiot, in my opinion. He's done a lot to push forward Maki and Shuichi's character development. Do you still hate all the characters? I think Kaido is that kind of guy who, like, he's a headstrong. He wants to be a leader, and he wants to motivate others to do well. He just doesn't really know how to go about it. Like, he's well-intentioned. He's a good-natured guy, and he's well-intentioned, but he's just not smart enough to know the right choices. You know what I'm saying? So, he's not a bad guy. He's just kind of obnoxious when he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, and he's stupid. So. Yes, I played Wild Arms Soul Steel. I did. I loved it on PS1. The soundtrack was outstanding. Okay.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
It's true. First, we need to determine if Mew was there or not. Did she go? Was she ever on the roof at all? Okay. So hold on. Tsumugi's account. What the fuck is that? While Tsumugi was searching for the secret of the outside world of the virtual world dimension, she saw Mew's avatar through the window. Okay.
Mew was waiting for...
While Shuichi and Tsumugi were in the mansion kitchen in the virtual world, they heard a loud sound as though something crashed into something else. Afterward, they were both in the entrance hall. They heard Kibo's voice, despite the fact he should have been past the map loading point.
For me to...
Alright. She died, agony on her face, grabbing her neck. Kibo was the first to discover her body. She still had the visor on. Okay.
Arrive.
Kokichi agreed to meet in the Mew at the rooftop, but because the door to the rooftop was locked, he couldn't. Because of that, he returned to the salon and decided to search there. There are no witnesses who can confirm whether or not Kokichi was actually in the salon.
Sure.
Kokichi's avatar had a special setting. If Mew touched him, he'd be unable to move. I had forgotten about that. Okay.
She was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No. Mew should have been at the chapel. Look at where her avatar fell. It's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her meeting with Kokichi...
She stood me up?
At first glance, it is possible for Mew to get to the mansion. There's some evidence that shows
Mew
it was
waiting
possible.
for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No. Mew should have been at the chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her meeting with Kokichi...
She stood me up?
What could it be?
Mew was waiting for me to arrive.
They heard Kibo's voice even though he was past the map loading point. The corpse has nothing to do with it. No.
I'm sure she was... waiting on the...
I don't think this has to do with it yet.
The rooftop of...
So, she saw Mew through the window, while we also heard Kibo's voice. It could be either one of those. F1 fan has done a super chat. His thoughts on release night streams when a game unlocks. I don't do them anymore. At one point I did, but what ended up happening was these release night streams just aren't popular anymore because people get these games weeks early. These influencers, these selected people end up playing the game so early that anyone who wants to see that early release content, they're dying to see it as soon as possible, will already see it. So doing a game on launch night has no benefit to me at all, because anyone who was trying to see launch night content probably already saw it a week before, because the influencers already have their hands on the game. Now, for my viewers, they're already set into streams where I'm on set schedule. They're used to that schedule. So it actually works better for my viewers if I just do it on the day of that morning, rather than trying to cram in a couple hours at night. A lot of people can't even be here that late at night. A lot of people have told me these late night streams, if they're in Europe, they can never attend them. So I actually stopped doing late night streams because of that. There was a time when I was, during especially the hardcore gaming season, the fall, I was getting all the new games and playing them at night, and people weren't even showing up anymore. We were down to, like, you know, such a low number of viewers and engagement. I was like, why am I even doing this anymore? And most people told me not to do it anymore, so I stopped. Yeah. Okay. Oh, shit. I really, you know, this is tough.
No.
The mansion?
Mew should have been at the...
She should have been at the chapel, but she's not, because we saw her through the picture. Or through the window. Okay.
Mew must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry. I thought I was just mistaken at first, since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
We already know the answer. We figured all this out.
It must have been some special method only we knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge.
So she'd be the only person to be able to go through the two sides.
If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene, just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out.
No, it is very easy. We already figured it out. That's what we figured out first.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
Okay. I think what we're going to do, we're going to leave it here for next session, which will probably be, sadly, next weekend. As much as I'd like to play this again this week, I don't think I'm going to have time to play it extra this coming week. So here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing. Tonight, we established something new. We established that Miyu, indeed, was actually trying to kill Kokichi. That was her plan, was to murder Kokichi, right? We determined that. We also determined that she did die in the virtual world. It wasn't an in-person poisoning or anything like that. But what we really haven't determined at all, who killed her. We have no idea, zero idea who actually killed Miyu. Everything right now is pointing to the fact that Miyu was trying to kill Kokichi and then cover it up by framing Kaido. But we haven't seen a single piece of evidence that has determined who killed her. The only weird things is the hammer, the phone, and that mat that were with her when her body was found next to the chapel. Like, I think that mat is going to be a critical factor of it. Like, someone thought, oh, push the body or something to add confusion. But who was it that got up there, right? Like, who was it that got up there? I don't know. I really still, I mean, the whole session, 2 hours, I still have no clue who that actually was up there and killed her. None. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for a great stream. Thank you for supporting the stream. Thanks for chilling with me. Thanks for adding stuff with fun conversation and commentary here. Seriously. It's awesome. Thank you guys so much for that. I had a great night. I'm looking forward to playing this again. I apologize. I want to play this more than once a week, but people literally keep asking me to do extra stuff. Last week, what was the extra thing? I'm trying to remember. This week, it's the Strangers of Paradise demo. So because people keep asking me to do something extra, the time I would have to play this extra, I don't have, you see. We'll see what happens. This week I'm streaming 8 straight days, but if I don't stream this till the weekend, I doubt I'm going to stream it. Like, for example, I doubt I'm going to stream this Saturday night and then Monday night. That's too close, you see. But maybe in the near future, maybe not this week coming up, but maybe the next week, we can stream it twice. We'll see. You know, right now, my late night chill streams are MLB, Street Fighter, and Call of Duty. Those are the 3 that are consistent, and those are usually only once a week. So outside of those, I have flexibility with things like Virtua Fighter and this, so I guess we'll have to try to figure it out, okay? Alright, guys. Thank you so much. Great stream. Until next time. Alright.